Do you need a code bootcamp when everything you need to learn a code is online for free? I can actually say that there is a certain type of person a bootcamp is good for, and there's a type of person a bootcamp is not good for. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how you know which one you are, which can hopefully help you choose should you go for an online bootcamp, an in-person bootcamp, or no bootcamp at all, because this is a pretty big decision. Okay, just for a minute, let's talk about that first video I made on my channel and why I made it. I said not to go to a code bootcamp because I personally went to an in-person bootcamp, spent a ton of money, and didn't feel like the value was that good, especially because at the time, $15,000 was more than all the money I had saved. I went on from that video to say that if I could do it again, I would have taught myself because everything is free online and there's no magic bullet or secret information that only bootcamps have. Now, here's where things get interesting. In a following video, I mapped out the specific curriculum I would learn from zero. That is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React. That video went sort of viral and hundreds of people thanked me for my advice and said they were going to take action on it. But years later, only 2 or 3 people have emailed me saying they successfully followed the plan out of several hundred. I also realized that what some people were saying in the comments was right. I was saying a different thing than I actually did. And what I actually did got me very good results. And there's no way to actually know if I would have got those results without a bootcamp. So here's when I started to see the patterns of people who were able to teach themselves versus those who weren't. This part's gonna require you to be a bit introspective. So think back on your life. Have you in the past been able to teach yourself something? There's a word for these people called autodidacts. And when I say teach yourself something, I don't mean you majored in it in college and studied. I mean, you sat down with just a stack of books and did something like learn Spanish or guitar from scratch on your own. And by learn, I mean you actually got really good, because that's basically what you're trying to do with coding. Now, most of us at one point have tried to learn something on our own. But let's be honest, most people, myself included, ended up giving up before they got really good. Here's the point. You know what kind of person you are if you're being honest with yourself. And I know your ego is trying to say, no, this time is going to be different. I can do it on my own. I can spend no money. But you really have to be honest about what kind of person you are. Now, like I said, there's a handful of people who messaged me about that video. They completely did it. In fact, I had a coworker who started to teach himself Java on Minecraft mods when he was 15. By the time he was 18, he had a developer job. So for him, it was almost a natural progression. But for most of us, it's going to be like climbing up a mountain of class, meaning painful and a mental battle, especially when you're alone. And actually, if you're alone, you're lucky, because most of us have a lot of distractions, like a full-time job, people in our environment who are asking for our attention, and very little free time. So here's what I realized. Saying in black and white terms that you should not go to a coding bootcamp was just not accurate. It really depends on the person, and if you're trying to make this decision, you should know yourself. Now, here's the good news. You don't have to decide up front. You can try each level, and then if you're being honest with yourself, you can escalate. So you start with self-taught, you give it a try, and if you're not making progress, escalate to a hybrid bootcamp like Freelance, which is fully online and much less expensive than an in-person bootcamp. If an online bootcamp doesn't work for you, well, that's a big reason we have full money back guarantee. Then you can go on to a full in-person bootcamp. It's not one size fits all. Bottom line, you're not alone. If you're struggling to teach yourself, it's completely normal. And of course, you should try to save money. But in hindsight, even the $15K that I invested, it's hard to say that wasn't a good investment if I'm being completely honest. With that said, hope this video helped a few of you. Subscribe for more and check out our new free mode Instagram. I'm trying to post some shorts there. Link in description. Catch you guys later.